Hello, my name is Bailey White. I am a graduate student at Texas Women's University in their Library and Information Science program. This summer, I'm working as a junior fellow in the Office of the Chief Information Officer's Digital Accessibility Team, working on the Year of Keyboard Accessibility initiative. I am a white woman with long dark hair wearing pink glasses. The Year of Keyboard Accessibility is a year-long outreach initiative that focuses on three main goals. The first goal is to raise awareness about the needs of individuals with disabilities, specifically focusing on the importance of the keyboard in supporting individuals with motor, visual, and cognitive disabilities. The second goal is to create instructional materials for Library of Congress staff related to keyboard accessibility. And the third goal is to improve accessibility practices within the library and its digital products. On the screen, you can see the Year of Keyboard Accessibility logo, which is the word library in bold font with a QWERTY keyboard between the R and the A. One of the ways I'm supporting the Year of Keyboard Accessibility initiative is by working on a guide that introduces assistive technology. Assistive technology is any tool that helps the user to perform a certain task. For example, assistive technology can be a wheelchair that helps a person move from one place to another. Assistive technology can also be digital, like a software that allows a person to voice commands to operate a computer. On the screen, you can see a draft of one of the sections of the guide. This section focuses on sip and puff devices, which is a type of assistive technology that uses breath to activate a button or a command. This guide will give an overview of many different types of assistive technology, including screen readers, switches, speech to text, and many others. Each section gives information about the technology along with images, video demonstrations, and further resources. This guide required a lot of research about the various forms of assistive technology and how they are used. It also required careful practice of using plain and inclusive language to teach a technical subject so that it was accessible to all staff. We were able to connect this guide to keyboard accessibility by explaining that most assistive technologies require web content to be accessible using only the keyboard for navigation. This guide will be available on the Library of Congress intranet to educate staff about the different ways that people interact with digital content and the importance of creating accessible web pages, documents, and more. Another way I've been supporting the initiative is by co-writing accessibility tips featured in the Office of the Chief Information Officer's weekly newsletter, The Weekly Bite. This newsletter is available to all library staff, and we use it to spread information about accessibility tips and best practices. We produced accessibility topics that would benefit a wide audience of people and wrote the tips using plain language. This allowed us to communicate technical concepts in a more accessible way. The image shown on the screen is the first tip we drafted that explains the importance of using camel case for hashtags and social media handles. I believe that my work here will impact the library in a positive way. It will help Library of Congress staff better understand how employees and patrons use technology to access library collections and resources. That in turn should help make the library's content more accessible for everyone. I'm so grateful for this experience to work in the Library of Congress. I've already learned so much through my fellowship about keyboard accessibility, assistive technology, and how the different departments of the library connect and work together. I'll be able to take everything I've learned from this experience with me wherever I go next. Thank you so much for watching this presentation. I want to specifically thank my wonderful friend and co-fellow Easton Brundage for being an amazing collaborator, my project mentor Willa Armstrong for being so passionate about accessibility, as well as the rest of the accessibility team, Rochelle Bradley Montgomery and Wendy Stingle. It was a joy to be able to learn from all of you. Thank you.